We know that you didn't come here to hear us talk, so we're going to stop now and ask you to just snuggle up and enjoy this cool weather. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to James Clemens' production of Phobiology. Welcome to Castleville, Maine.
People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets are uneven when you're down. When you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange. People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets are uneven when you're down.
Hundreds, if not more. Thousands of thousands. Do you know how much James Arness makes a week for Gunsmoke? Yes, 20,000 just for an hour on TV.
Well, times 52 weeks a year, then.
Bingo. Thousands of thousands.
And we could just do one
Well, I'm just saying, it's a possibility.
My goodness, Julia. What did you call it?
A biographical film? A Hollywood gimmick. They're gonna overpay some millionaire airhead to be our Joseph Wyatt for a couple hours. Ruin his name like they did Bonnie and Clyde.
Now what's wrong with Bonnie and Clyde?
It's not Bonnie or Clyde, that's what. It's, Warren Beatty and Faye... What's-her-face. I'm not watching two of the world's greatest criminals. I'm watching two of the world's greatest phonies.
Well, I personally think that Joseph Wyatt certainly deserves the spotlight. The man was a genius.
Of course, but he deserves more of a spotlight than Hollywood can give him. That's about as far away from Castleville, Maine as you can get.
Oh, and who's gonna play the part, Phil? You?
Now that's an idea.
Oh, Phil.
What? No, I'd be perfect. I practically knew the guy. I read all of his books, all 27.
Of course you did.
What was that one thing he used to always say, that weird tick? We're in a walrus of a universe, folks, and we can't seem to crack the shell.
It's walnut, Phil.
Nut! Walnut! Ha! Phil.
That's what I said. Walnut.
No, you didn't!
Well, it's settled, May. We have our star.
Oh, yes. We'll just have to see what they think of him in the interview.
Wait, what's interview?
You didn't read it?
You didn't read the whole article?
My goodness, Phil.
The director of the film, Mrs. Darlene Prowse, indicates that she and other members of her crew hopes to conduct on-camera interviews with Castleville residents regarding Mr. Wyatt. Mrs. Prowse says that they plan to include segments of these films, of these interviews in the film itself. October 8th, 1970, yesterday, told you.
So we're gonna be filmed?
Yes! Jamie, they're gonna sit all 12 years of you down in front of the cameras and ask you your opinions on one of the greatest novelists of the century.
Well, I met him once.
Congratulations, loser. So did I. And I also took his class for a whole year before he got fired, and I look stunning on camera.
Be quiet, Peter.
Just stating facts.
So, are we gonna be, like, in a movie?
Probably not. You know these Hollywood types, they always like to dangle things in front of you, then jerk them up at the last second.
They only put you in if you're interesting enough.
So, maybe we should tell a joke. Is that interesting?
It better be a good one.
What are you gonna say?
Huh?
When you get interviewed, what are you gonna say about Mr. Wyatt?
The truth, that he was a brilliant writer and a flamboyant queer.
Peter! We don't...
I'm just the messenger.
You'll say no such thing. Besides, we don't even know that.
We'll see. Come on, I'm kidding. I wouldn't actually do it. And besides, they wouldn't even hear it over the sound of my beautiful face.
You are such a jerk.
Thank you.
How much do you think we'd make, though, if we actually got filmed?
For one measly interview? I don't know. No more than...
Thousands and thousands? Just for one interview? Money explodes in Hollywood, dear. Oh, does Mary know? I haven't told her yet.
Do I know what?
About our riches. We're going to have riches.
Are we now?
The Joseph Wyatt film.
Ah, of course. I'm glad you're excited, but I really just don't think
I'll
that
never
it's
have
very-
to drive again. I'll just hire a limousine service to take me to
Oh, I believe you. I believe you. It's just... Say, what are you holding?
It's just a key.
Give it.
What is it?
Another Christopher Wyatt masterwork.
His brother Joseph may have been a genius, but I suppose it doesn't always run in the family.
He won't show his face in public, but he'll make piece after piece of this disturbing nonsense and scatter it all over his front yard for the whole world to have a look at. Have you seen it lately? His yard? It looks like the setting for Stanley Kubrick's next film.
And the police haven't made him take it down yet? Well, there's no law against decoration, which I suppose it technically is.
But there is a law against stealing. Now I want you to take this back right now. It's already getting dark out. And zip up. That's the second time she's been in his yard.
Oh, don't worry, Mary. She's not turning into a Christopher Wyatt. His things are just different, and children like different. She'll outgrow it, I'm sure.
I hope so.
I wonder what Hollywood will make of Christopher Wyatt, the cuckoo brother of the legend.
Oh, they'll love him.
It's an invasion of our privacy. Oh, it's hardly that. You don't wake up with a camera at the end of your bed.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't read Orwell.
Oh, not this.
First, they're gonna ask us questions for their interviews.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna wanna know all of our secrets. Because that's what makes for a good Hollywood cinema. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Am I right?
I'll give you that.
And the next thing you know, we're all gonna be watched. It will destroy this town.
Calm down, Ben. You need more sleep.
No,
Yeah.
he is right. It will destroy this town. Rays, Joseph Wyatt and the legend of his Pulitzer Prize are the only thing keeping this place on the map. I guarantee if you chock this place full of nosy, greedy Hollywood filmmakers, we'll go back to being just another moose crossing in Maine. If that. Your turn, Constable.
Oh, call. What do you mean, moose crossing?
You're deluded if you think the big Hollywood name really cares much about what we have to say. They'll want real proximity.
Yeah.
Kin. They'll want his brother.
Yeah.
Play.
Well, call. Christopher, see, he's an odd bird. Sure.
Yeah.
But
He's more than that. He is becoming a public nuisance. Do you know what Mary found my daughter playing with this afternoon?
What?
Would you take your turn?
Fold.
Do you see what you did?
Some demented sculpture that he made. He has hundreds of them out on his front porch now. Who knows how many inside? He's always been unstable, but he's becoming downright disturbed. I don't think he's left that house of his in years.
No.
just listen to yourself. Maybe you're the one that's disturbed. That's all just speculation.
Speculation? Did you see him at the funeral? The scene he made? He'll spill in front of the cameras. Give him a full-on walking tour of his brother's love life. Right down to the story of how the school custodian found him with the music teacher.
All right. Sit down.
I'm just saying, the man has no sense of decency. That much is obvious. He'll spill all right, and then this entire country will know the very thing we've been trying to hide for 2 years now. then what will they think of us? What will they think of Castleville?
So, should somebody, I don't know, say something to him?
I'm just the constable, fellas. I can't tell a man what not to say.
Right. But if you could just, talk to him.
Why don't we just leave Mr. Wyatt alone? Let's not force him.
The constable does not have to force him to do anything.
Thank you.
Just talk.
I'll see what I can do.
Show 'em, boys.
And then who knows what they'll think of Joseph Wyatt or of Castleville.
Would Christopher really mention that?
I have no idea. No one has seen or heard a word from the man since the funeral. He's liable to say anything.
Now, he's been in mourning since the funeral, dear. It was so sudden, the loss of his brother. He was in shock.
If that's what you call it. I've never seen a single person make such a disaster all by himself. One minute he's reading the eulogy, and the next thing you know, he's running left and right, smashing up the church, screaming about how we're all afraid or some other nonsense like that.
I'm surprised the constable didn't send him straight to jail.
Oh, I know.
Father Jacob still has a limp, and the church couldn't replace the decanter for 3 weeks. He's a danger, if you ask me. And Father was far too much of a doll to press charges.
Oh,
I heard Christopher didn't donate a penny to pay for
any
of the damages
either.
I'm sure the only thing he does spend money on is those demented baubles he litters all over.
Have you
his
yes.
I don't doubt for a second that he's disturbed.
Oh, at the least, I hear he sits in his house day in and day out.
What?
Like one of those that sits and talks to themselves like they're a whole other person. They're everywhere, No. Schizophrenics. I just read an article about them.
Well, ladies, perhaps he should see a doctor.
More like the constable.
Well, maybe not the police.
Well, someone should talk to him, yes?
Right. And it should be the constable.
I'm not going in that house.
Oh, no.
I don't want to know what's gone on in there since Joseph passed.
No, ma'am.
He probably worships all of that artwork he displays.
He's probably one of those who thinks he can contact his brother's spirit with game boards and dice.
But
yes, he does need help. But still, not the police on his door.
What have we been explaining?
He's ruining the reputation of this town, Kathy. Or he will. Anyways, it's something worth preventing.
Oh, yes.
He's probably just like his brother.
I would not say
It probably runs in families.
I believe it.
Oh, it's almost a guarantee, actually. I read that in an article, too.
Well, my husband plays cards with the constable, so I could get him to talk to him for us.
It would put all of our minds at ease, I'm sure. Think of our children. Ladies, I understand your fears, but I'm not so sure.
Samantha Michelle Beaumont. What are you holding?
Nothing.
Get back here. Give it.
No, Mom, I promised I was going to give it back. I just forgot.
You forgot? You had all day to remember. Now.
No, I promise. I just... Mom.
Oh, no. No. This wouldn't have happened if you had returned this like I had asked you. Now, figure out a way to fix it. Then I or your father will have to return it. I don't want you in that man's house anymore.
Please, I just...
No. You have lost your negotiation privileges. Now, figure out a way to fix it.
Yes? Mr. Wyatt, sir, is that you?
You wish to talk to me?
Yes, sir. That's all I was hoping for. Just a little talk.
Are you the one who's been stealing my mobiles?
No, sir. I'm just the constable, Guy Davidson.
But if you'd like for me to fill out a report, I could help you out. Son?
Don't make a report.
Well, if you'd like to step outside for just a second.
I can hear you just fine from right here, Constable.
Okay. Do you read the papers much, son?
Constantly.
Then you know about the film crew that's coming to town? There's a film crew from Hollywood, mind you. They're coming to make a movie about your brother, Joseph. Did you hear me, son?
I would like you to leave now, Constable.
Are you sure I won't be back?
Yes.
Well, okay. But if you change your mind and you decide you want to talk after all, I'll leave my card here on the porch. Nice talking to you, Mr. Wyatt.
And left me in my stately home, blazing on.
And then you know what he said? He shouted the big F you to Constable Davidson and told him to get off his property.
You're making that up.
No, my dad plays cards with the constable. I heard it directly from the source.
Did he get arrested?
No, freedom of speech. You can shout F you to the police all day, and they can't do a thing about it. First Amendment.
You're making that up.
Somebody has obviously never taken government.
Yeah, well, he should be arrested for treating the constable that way.
Or for being an all-around weirdo. There's no amendment for that, is there?
My mom said he's probably a schizophrenic. You know, like from that movie, Psycho. Except he's the psycho.
There you go. Tell him for that.
We don't know that.
Is he really?
Probably. I mean, there's got to be some reason he's so strange.
Is it true that he keeps dogs in his basement? I heard he used the bones of 12-year-old little girls in those mobiles of his.
Well, I heard when a dog enters his yard, it never leaves.
Because I'm sure that's how it is, Jamie.
I wonder if the filmmakers are gonna interview him too.
You kidding? He's the guy's brother. He's got to be first on their list.
Well, what do you think he'll say?
Everything, nothing, complete gibberish, F you, it's all in the realm of possibilities. I, for one, would pay big bucks just to see how that goes.
Like you have the big bucks.
Fine, you caught me, I'm a pauper. I guess I'll just have to spy on it instead.
You do that, Peter.
I'll do it.
What?
I'll do it. I'll spy on Christopher Wyatt's interview.
Peter, I was joking.
Well, I'm not. I want to see what happens. And besides, nothing else interesting ever happens around here.
Peter, I really don't think you should.
Don't try to change my mind. I've already decided. I should probably do some research first, though, in the morning.
Peter, it's a joke.
No, it's not. This is probably the first time in my life I'm actually serious.
Peter! This is so dangerous.
Yes?
I'm very sorry, Mr. Wyatt.
Are you the one who's been stealing my mobiles?
I promise I just
Well,
wanted...
are you?
Yes.
Good. Did you want to come in?
Now you see, Mr. Scarborough was a man who ate his meals with a certain sympathy for the food, as though apologetic for the heat of the oven, the coldness of the plate, and the unbearable confines of his stomach. There, In one sentence, the greatest author that this century has ever seen, Joseph Wyatt himself, has explained to us in one sentence just exactly who his character is. Joseph Wyatt, the man, he was like a modern F. Scott Fitzgerald.
Of course, but I wouldn't say that I know a man based on how he eats his food.
You only say that because you eat like a moose.
Excuse me, gentlemen.
Why, hello, miss. May we help you?
Good evening, gentlemen. I'm Darlene Proust. I'm a filming director from Los Angeles. And this is my assistant director and colleague, Cheryl McGill. I'll be shooting a film here in Castleville in a month or two. I'm not sure if you've heard.
Yes, we've heard, and we're very, very excited. I'm Robert Jameson, by the way.
Well, it's very nice to meet you, Robert Jameson. I'm glad to hear it.
If I'd known that you were coming, I would have prepared something.
Oh, no. We're not here to do any filming yet. Nothing you needed to prepare for, don't worry. Just some preliminary scouting.
Yes, scouting. Of course.
But I was looking to talk to a few people here. Do you know what was his first name again, Cheryl?
Christopher.
Yes, a Mr. Christopher Wyatt that I could speak to.
What was that name, miss?
Christopher Wyatt.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that will not be possible.
Does he not live here anymore?
No, he does. He's not really the talking type.
Well, I'm sure that won't be a terrific problem.
But you see, it will be. Because he does not want to talk.
I'm sorry. Am I missing something here? I'm talking about Christopher Wyatt. You know the brother
Yes,
of...
ma'am. We know who he is. Believe me. And he does not want to talk. But anyone else I can help you get a hold of.
No. That won't be necessary. I believe we have all of the information we need from you gentlemen. Thank you.
Peter, Samantha, march! Constable!
What?
That Christopher, he took my Sammy went up there and tell him what you saw.
Sam, sir, I saw her walking out of Mr. Wyatt's house alone.
Alone?
Alone!
Yes, sir. He had been talking to her and he wanted her to come back sometime.
He was really nice.
You don't say a word. That man is a threat. He forced my daughter inside his house, and I want him arrested.
Right.
We just played a game and he let me keep the artwork and...
Shut up about the stupid artwork! Peter, take her to the car. I want that Christopher gone. Taken in for child abduction, for kidnapping, for molestation,
Now
for
just calm down, Mr.
Don't you wimp out on me, Davidson. That man is a threat. He forced my daughter inside his house, and I want him behind bars. Oh, and that woman who's already... My husband says she's already asking questions. And if after all of this, Christopher Wyatt still gets his moment in the spotlight, I am leaving this town. Do you hear me?
I'll go talk to him as well.
Yes, you will. And that conversation better not end without handcuffs around his wrists.
Mm-hmm. Summertime, in the summertime, in the summertime, my girlfriend's run up with my car and gone back to her ma and pa, telling tales of drunkenness and cruelty.
Little girl? Hi there, sweetie. My name's Darlene Proust.
You shouldn't come any closer. My mom doesn't like me talking with strangers, even on her own porch.
Oh, well, you see, I am a little bit lost, and I was hoping you could help me find my way.
Hi there, sweetie. My name's Cheryl. I'm here with Darlene. What is your name?
Sam?
Sam. Do you happen to know of a man named Christopher Wyatt? I'm looking to talk to him, or anybody that you think that might know him. The mayor, the constable, somebody. Just...
It's not that cold out. You're not from Castleville, are you?
Oh, no. We're from Los Angeles. I'm shooting a film there, actually, about Joseph Wyatt, and I was...
Oh, you. There's been a lot of trouble here because of you.
There has, huh? And why is that?
They don't want you talking to him.
Talking to Christopher? Well, why not?
He has secrets, I guess.
Secrets? And what exactly are these secrets about?
His family? Well, I don't really know. That's why they're secrets.
Oh, of course. But is there anything else that you could tell me about Christopher?
I talked to him this morning.
Wait, you talked to Christopher?
I just went inside his house, that's it.
Oh, do you remember where he lives? Where?
I'll take you.
Oh, sweetie, you don't have to.
No, it's okay. I want you to talk to him.
Now, I really appreciate the support, fellas. But let's try and keep it down. I'm really not supposed to have you with me as it is. Let's just make this quick.
I don't wish to talk about anything, Constable.
I know, son, but I'm not asking you this time. I'm going to need you to step outside. You are being detained.
What? Whose idea was this?
Mr. Wyatt, please.
You can't.
Just step outside.
Oh, swell. You brought cronies.
Don't worry about them. I'm just here to ask you some questions about a girl that was at your house earlier today.
Oh, of course. Use the kid for Christ's sake.
There's no reason to bite hostile.
No. I see what you're trying to do here. I'm far from stupid. You're trying to threaten me in the silence. Yes. You're so transparent.
Please don't try and be difficult.
No. On the contrary. I'm complying, in fact. See? Come in, one and all. Please, step inside.
That's okay. We don't need to come in.
But I'll make you some coffee. Please. Do sit.
This won't be very long.
Oh, but I am in no rush. Sit!
I'm gonna cut to the chase here.
Oh, please, do.
I've been receiving some reports about a girl that was at your house earlier today, this morning?
Why, yes. She had taken a piece of my artwork and had come to return it. I let her keep it, but I engaged her in a brief discussion over the artwork, over a brief game of chess, and then she left. And that is it.
See, it was just...
Now I'm going to cut to the chase, Constable. That is not why you came here. Admit it. You think you know the truth, and you're terrified by it. The thought of old Christopher Wyatt in front of cameras is quite terrifying to the average resident of Castleville, Maine.
That's ridiculous.
Then why are they sitting on my couch, Constable? Because I might just explode, right? Have an episode in front of the entire country. The words just tumbling from my lips. Joseph Wyatt, genius, author, world renowned. But what the world does not know. Yes, gentlemen, the truth. Oh, the truth. Joseph Wyatt was.
Mr. Wyatt, please, calm down.
It would be quite the apocalypse, wouldn't it, Constable? The world to hear such things. Quite terrifying. His books would lose their merit. His ideas tossed in the toilet. Castleville itself become a modern-day Sodom and Gomorrah.
Now let's just try and stay composed.
But I can't control myself, Constable. I'm just a big old nutcase. I just can't help but spilling it all. Yes, gentlemen, the truth. Oh, God forbid the truth. I know. We'll just make it up. Yes, we'll say he practiced witchcraft. He was obsessed with his mother. What else? What else can we say about Joseph Wyatt? He drank blood. He bled vinegar. He slept in a coffin during the day. And he ran the streets at night. He crept into people's homes. Oh, Constable, I'm a social deviant and wish only to infect the lives of these good God-fearing citizens with, oh no, I feel it, here comes the truth. The truth, oh, Constable, please, sick one of your strong, burly men to keep me from saying such awful things. Oh, please, I can't stop, oh my God, you, sir, are you my savior from this bout of satanic madness? Are you? Ha! You don't have the fear of God in you, sir.
Okay, that's enough. We're gonna...
Shut up! Somebody had to do it!
I think it broke his nose. Come on, help me get him out of here.
Somebody has to be the man sometimes.
And then, right there, he just exploded. My dad said he'd never seen anything like it before.
Whoa, like a real-life crazy person?
Real life, thrashing around and flailing like something right out of the Twilight Zone.
wasn't
Was
like
he saying
that.
bad words? Every single one. Some my dad hasn't even heard of before.
He
Do you
wasn't
think he
possessed.
was, you know, possessed?
He wasn't possessed,
totally
Sarah.
He could be. Huh?
It certainly sounds like he was.
It would totally explain a lot.
And he's becoming more and more violent, simply tearing this house apart for no discernible reason. Like he's possessed.
He probably is.
It would explain a lot. He starts grabbing at Constable right with his impossible strength, and the poor guy, the constable, before he knows it, his hands are behind his back and his face is being pressed into the ground until he can't hardly breathe.
Oh my!
A small conflict led to a mild altercation. The victim has a probable fractured nose.
And Christopher's just yelling over and over again about his mother and drinking blood and Satanism, all the while pressing Constable's face into the ground until my husband, thank goodness, rips Christopher off him and punches him square in the nose to keep him from attacking anyone else.
Just yelling. It sounds like some sort of incantation.
Oh,
like they have in those cults you hear about.
Well, thank the Lord for Joe.
And to think that your daughter was in that man's house, Mary.
I'm so sorry, Mary.
Broke his nose, knocked out a few teeth. Really anything to keep him from hurting anyone else.
And he just wouldn't stop yelling, huh?
Wouldn't stop. Kept screaming it over and over again, like some kind of incantation.
Probably something out of his Ouija witchcraft.
You guys know there's plenty of talk of sending him to Portland.
Portland?
To the asylum there for a long time.
Oh, by my word.
Asylum there? It's haunted.
He'll fit right in.
I didn't know that the man was a nut job.
And that means the film.
Oh, no way is any film crew member getting anywhere near him now. He's in the hospital here for a couple more days, and that Prowse woman is under strict orders from the constable not to speak with him. Once his nose heals, he's the state's problem.
Whole thing's a blessing in disguise, if you ask me.
We got rid of him just in time.
Before he hurt anyone else. God forbid our children.
Oh, no.
Well, almost. Apparently my daughter paid him a visit this morning.
This morning? For what?
To return a piece of his artwork. He let her inside.
I can only imagine what happened to her in there.
Yes?
I'm very sorry, Mr. Wyatt.
Are you the one who's been stealing my mobiles?
I promise I just wanted to look
Well,
at...
are you?
Yes.
Good. Did you want to come in?
That man is a threat. He is simply out of control.
I'm very sorry, Mr. Wyatt. I really didn't mean to, I promise.
What for? I think it's very much improved. Please do sit. I always hoped someone would take a piece of my artwork or two for themselves. That's why I put it all out in the front in the first place. Artwork for the artist's benefit alone is wasted, in my opinion. But yes, you can keep it. I believe that's the polite thing to do. And, oh, are you hungry? I have some food in the fridge. I have some meatloaf. Do you like meatloaf?
Not really.
You don't? Well, that's okay. I don't really like it much either. Terrible consistency. Not sure why I keep making it. Do you know how to play?
No. Well, yes, but I'm awful.
Well, you can't be any worse than I am. The only person against whom I've ever played is myself, and well, I haven't won a game in years. What is your name?
Sam, sir.
I don't even want to consider what goes on in that house on a daily basis.
Sam. Gender neutral. Well, my name is Christopher. You move first. So what do you think of it? The artwork, that is.
I like it. It's interesting and pretty.
Yes. But does it frighten you?
I think so.
Good. It's supposed to, but at the same time, it's just a wooden carving, a tree trunk ticket with chunks missing, and that's fascinating, isn't it? It has the power to frighten people.
It's not that hard to scare people.
Well, not in this town. We have been swallowed up by Aristotle. But fear is fascinating. People will turn themselves inside out just to escape from it. Show their true mechanisms, so to speak. It's a great tool, then, fear. If you were the person to use it, which I don't believe myself to be, I just enjoy the study of it. Do you follow?
The study of it?
Yes. That's why I make all of this. I suppose if you were to name it, because, well, unnamed things are quite frightening, aren't they? If you were to name it, it would be Phobiology, the study of fear. Do you like the name?
It has a nice ring, I guess.
I would talk to your daughter, Mary. Tell her to forget everything she's heard in there.
Yes, ring. I know they're afraid. The town, that is. Do you know they sent a policeman to my doorstep yesterday? A cop! And do you know why? This whole Hollywood film they're shooting here. Why? Hollywood's just calling it. Just why? Because because I guess the name narrows it down to one substantial person. But I'm quite used to it. I assure you, the subordinate nature, the subordinate the subordinate nature of my being, you certainly take your time, don't you?
I'm thinking.
Yes, well, I was hardly this slow when I was your age. But yes, Wyatt, a cause for fear and trembling in this town. And do you know why? The truth. Ha! The truth is why they're afraid. Whatever they deem to be true is a constant source of fear. Take that as a lesson, young lady. People fear the truth, and they cower behind fiction. And you hear this, little girl. If they're scared of the truth, then they have a reason to be afraid. I'm tired of all this hush surrounding my brother. I'm sure you've heard it. All the hush. It's been that way for years. Joseph. Why? I'm sick and tired of being around people like that. I can't stand them. Can you?
Well, then why don't you leave?
Because I'm not the one who's scared. I stand here for me and for him. And I'm going to prove it to them. Yes, I'm going to prove it to them. My brother was my brother. No matter how much they want to fictionalize about him. And you know what I'll do? I'll go tell those big Hollywood millionaires who Joseph White really was. I'll spell the hush all over the place. And the people will notice it. Hollywood placards will be telling the truth. Damn it, will you take your turn? I'm sorry. I don't think we should talk to people anymore. I just sort of let it all out. I'm not an angry person.
That's okay. My mom yells at me sometimes too.
Yes, well, checkmate. Sorry about that. It's a fool's mate. Just 2 moves. Sorry.
I think I need to leave now.
Oh, okay. Come back whenever you like, and take all the artwork you like.
Okay, I will.
Oh, don't you worry. We'll be having a very long talk with that girl. She won't be out exploring again anytime soon.
That's weird.
Who knows what happened to that child?
And that poor girl, she was only being curious.
Of course. If I were you, I'd get her a psychiatrist as soon as possible.
Oh, definitely. I'd heard they're experts on child abuse.
But I wouldn't worry too much, Mary. I'm sure she'll forget all about it soon enough.
Every town's got its black sheep, I suppose.
Even Castleville.
Could you imagine if we had gotten in front of the camera?
Oh my We'd be the freak show of the entire country. And we probably wouldn't get a cent of the profits.
He'll be out of the hospital in a couple of days, and I don't think we're going to have to worry about him anymore.
Oh, no. He'll be a ghost. Something out of a bad nightmare.
I sure hope so.
Paging Dr. Smith.
Christopher?
Why, Sam?
I'm not supposed to be here.
Well, I'm not supposed to be here either, really.
It's bad what they did to you. I'm so sorry.
Yes, well, it's the least I could expect. We live in a town that thinks with its fists. Ow!
Well, will you be okay?
I'm not sure.
Well, I hope you will. But I brought somebody to talk to you.
Oh?
Her name is Darlene, and she's very nice.
Why, that's very kind of you, Sam.
I think I need to leave now, but... And I started making my own.
Sam? As soon as you're old enough. No, before then. Tomorrow. I want you to pack your things. I want you to leave this place. Just run. You're better than they are. I should have done it long ago.
Okay.
Mr. Wyatt, hello. Mr. Wyatt? Hello, I'm Darlene Proust. I'm a filming director from Los Angeles. I was wondering if you would like to talk to me for a minute?
You wish to talk to me?
Yes, Mr. Wyatt.
Why, yes, Miss Proust. I believe I would.
It can't be true. No, Joseph. No.
It's impossible that you should sit.
It was just a chess game. Just a chess game. I'm just glad we don't have to deal with that freak anymore. I'm just so tired of your ignorance. I can't even listen to you anymore.
Do you know who you're talking to, boy? I own this town.
What else about your brother, Mr. Wyatt?
Well, then it started in third grade. He was just asking for. It wasn't like they said. Only.
People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets are uneven when you're down. When you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange. People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly